When I think about Beth, the first thing I think about is that broad, bright smile.
Her openness to people, to new ideas.
Beth was very creative in the way that she approached photography in so many ways.
You were just amazed at her foresight, her feeling about life, her feeling about preservation.
Beth was absolutely rapturously passionate about everything that she did with photography.
Photography is such a powerful tool for an artist.
First, she was in love with the camera. She was absolutely in love with the tools that provided her with the ability to capture moments and experiences and points of view that she, as the artist, could only see at that moment.
Good lighting, well-poised photograph is, I think, her vision of a complete work.
My favorite photo of my grandmother and of that series of the hands is a photo that's shot pretty much in the dark, and I think the light comes from my grandmother's hand. I thought that was just a brilliant photo.
Her personal approach to looking at the world that is so unusual and unique. I mean, to give an example, I can't think of another person in the world who would have photographed the birth of her own daughter.
For me, some of the strongest works that I know of from Cary Beth are this series that she's done on birthing, her own birthing, that she was able to photograph herself giving birth. I love this series, and I think this is actually the first time I came in contact with Cary Beth's work.
I first knew when Beth had committed to photography after her first photography class. It was almost instant.
I remember as a little girl waking up to pieces of white paper on the floor and on the sofa in the living room. And I was curious, what is that? And she would say, I was in a dark room.
I think Beth Cryor's legacy is her commitment to excellence, her ability to capture the world around her, and her loving and caring nature, the fact that she loved teaching.
I think Cary Beth is an artist, a wonderful mother and friend, whose work, whose spirit, whose passion for the arts will remain in our lives forever.
Beth's legacy to all of us is as an artist and as an archivist, is that she brought an extraordinary insight and sensitivity to looking at photographs and trying to make sense out of them. And for her, that made, the sense being made was from an archival point of view as well as this photographic, personal point of view.
Beth brought to the Afro a recognition of what it was that we had. She gave us the ability to see that it was far more than just items in the basement or in the attic to collect dust, but that they were items that really, when you began to shake them out, clean them up, and to begin to organize. They had incredible significance.
I remember Beth taking a photo in Nigeria, I believe. It reminded me of a kind of UNICEF photo because children were reaching up. It conveyed the need of children and the desperation of children in a way that was very tender, without exploiting their pain and their challenge. But it was, as I said some time ago, it was a part of both her ability and capacity to capture both innocence and the power in children through their eyes and their expression, which was I think so much about what she was and what she did as a photographer.